on, babies.
Bitch. Sorry. Just let me finish that text. Done. Okay. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Patriots Nation, are we finally realizing that with what was an epic shit show of an organization as becomes less of an epic shit show of an organization, things become harder to disguise. Flaws become harder to hide. And that biggest flaw being potentially Drake Maye. Are we finally realizing that? I think some of you are. We've been talking about it for a long time. I've been talking about it for a year. We're going to talk a little bit more about it tonight and how that may or may not be true. But before we do that, as always, we're going to do some opening takes on here on the Simple Mind Sports Show Friday Rewind live August 21st on Thursday. Bobby, if you could, start us with some opening takes, please.
Well, I know we're going to be questioning Drake Maye and his capabilities, but let's at least give this guy one season without Gerard Mayo and that dumpster fire that was last year. We've been talking about it. This guy was not set up for success. He was coming into a complete disaster. I know he's had a shaky preseason at times, but he's looked better. I can't throw it out until we see one season with a competent coaching staff. Let's give him a chance. I'm not done with him yet. He's got all the tools. Let's fingers crossed here.
I hate the coherent approach to this. Please keep that in your pocket for when it's needed at other times.
Fair enough.
But thank you. Raymond, your opening take.
Unlike Bobby, I'm not a little bitch. Drake Maye, sound the alarms, folks. He does not look good. Going against scrubs against the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings, he does not look good. He looks like shit. You have a problem on your hands. You are saying this is the franchise guy. Everyone's saying, oh, it's just preseason. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? You're going against scrubs. You're going against backups, and you look like shit. That is what we're worried about. You're still making dumbass plays. You're still making careless turnovers. You're still throwing the ball over people's heads, and they have to go up and get it for you. Drake Maye is not the savior that everyone thinks he is. He's not going to be that guy. He's still a work in progress, and he might not even be the franchise guy after what we've been seeing in the preseason. Yes, you can tell by the preseason. We will be taking our victory lap after the show. I have a small wiener, and yeah, enjoy.
Drake Maye probably made Ray wait 15 minutes.
He probably did. That's why he's so aggravated.
Yeah.
Now, normally here, I generally keep myself for the last opening take because these are all blind. No one knows what we're going to talk about. And you idiots usually talk about the same thing, and I try to differentiate to keep the show interesting. I'm not going to tonight. Give me the view. Drake Maye is a problem. And I fucking told you a month ago. I told you a year ago. Drake Maye is a problem. We've seen this guy. We've seen this mold of an NFL player 100 times before. Superior athlete, top of his game, never had to overcome a goddamn thing, was given everything he got, and everything that he won was because he was more athletic than everybody else. He played in the ACC as a football player, and he succeeded at a high level, except in his senior year when all the good people around him left, and then he looked like shit. And it's exactly how he looked in New England last year when there were no good people around him. He looked like shit. Well, that doesn't work in the NFL, people. What works in the NFL is your quarterback that propels your team. You need shit around the NFL quarterback to propel them to success because they get paid so much money and because of the hierarchy. And Drake Maye is not it. He's not it. He might be okay. He might be fine. Might not be a bust. He might not be Daniel Jones, but he might be fucking Drew Bledsoe. He might just be goddamn Drew Bledsoe, who I love dearly, but thank God for fucking Mo Williams, who knocked the shit out of him. It was Mo Williams, right? Who knocked the shit out of him and let Brady come into play. Because without him, without Mo Williams, we don't get Super Bowls, okay? You get Drew Bledsoe getting his ass kicked every year. So you got a Drake Maye problem in New England, and the sooner you figure it out, the better. I don't know if he can overcome it. I hope he can. But everything that I've seen so far, we got a Drake Maye problem.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Drake Maye problem. So prove us wrong, Drake. We're here to talk about that. And we're here to talk about the other person that knows he has a Drake Maye problem. So I'd like to get to that. That's going to be our first topic of the show. And our show rundown, we're going to get on the Patriots and the other person besides us three that think they have a Drake Maye problem. We'll touch on that. We'll do a real Red Sox talk. They hit the pumpkin button a month later than they normally do, but we're back to pumpkin status for the Red Sox as we move into the Yankee series. We've got 10 questions from a guy named Rob, Dr. Big Mac's Big Brain section, and Simplest Minds of the Week. A big Simplest Minds of the Week. A lot of dumbasses this week. This is the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday, we rewind live Thursday, August 21st. Welcome to the show.
Happy birthday, Pop.
Apparently, the Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
I'm on vacation. I'm going to quay all these. I'm going to fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E. You idiot. The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
Vacation. I'm going to quay all these. I'm going to fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E. You idiot. And there you have it. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show here, Friday Rewind, live August 21st. If you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. We got a new room for Bobby. I'm pretty certain about that.
Always a new room.
Yep. Everyone looks devilishly handsome. Got a couple backwards hats. Ray, some kind of striped undershirt situation going on. Oh, it's one shirt that cuts off the titties right at the
nipples. Right at the nips.
Who designed that?
Renee.
That's the you're allowed here, not here.
Yeah.
That's a real what's the movie with Julia Roberts? Pretty Woman? That's a Pretty Woman rule. No kissing on the lips. That's a universal rule for all whores. Okay, so there you go. Welcome to the show. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, please rate, subscribe, review, tell your mothers, tell your friends. We're going to talk Patriots here. We're going to start the show on Patriots. We're all down on Drake Maye. Bobby, less so than the two of us.
Which is weird. Bobby's usually the one that's more negative about,
the only thing Bobby has going for him in his life is the Patriots being decent this year. He can't afford the negativity. He, in the balance of life, his negativity for Joe Missoula is so low, he can't afford another ounce of shittiness towards Drake Maye.
I need it.
He can't do it.
I need it
in the sports equilibrium of a New England sports fan.
Well, the equilibrium. He has one bad preseason game, and all of a sudden, everybody thinks he fucking blows. So I mean, it's swung out of proportion now.
Excuse me, Bobby. He has an entire season of shittiness in the NFL, including game-losing interceptions, and just a pedigree of being an overhyped fucking uber athlete who doesn't have the fortitude or the drive or whatever it takes to be an excellent NFL quarterback. Mostly fucking accuracy. How's that? Can we start there? Can we start with accuracy as an NFL quarterback? Max Hollins is 6'1,000, and Drake Maye is basically overthrowing him every time he gives him the ball. So can we start with that? Just the pure mechanics of the fact that the kid can't throw a slant route without tossing it to fucking Needham. Can we start there?
No, it's true. He has areas for improvement, and we've outlined it. We were never fanboy on him, but I cannot. I'm not going to judge on a preseason game. It doesn't fucking matter. The preseason games don't matter. When we get into the season and he starts losing the games again, because he did lose some games last year. He didn't really win any, and he wasn't helped. But if he gets into the season and he's the reason why they're losing games, I'm out. But I have to see it first.
Fine.
He's got a real coaching staff. I need to see it. I can't get down on him until I see him play real games again.
That's fine. And if you ask me right now how down on him am I don't know, 10 out of 10, a 6 maybe. I'm with you. I'm not judging it just on the preseason games, but when you project of everything that we've seen from the kid and what it might look like, this is where we're at. And we're not alone in the fact, Raymond. Greg Bedard, one, very close.
Oh, he's an old crotchety fuck.
Patriot follower.
And I love it.
He's not alone in this. He's not. And for some reason, they all jumped on board in this week. Like they hadn't been watching him all. He hadn't been watching this kid for an entire season. Greg Bedard's the guy that came out and said, you draft Drake Maye, you better sit him for an entire year and put him with a quarterback coach that shows him how to actually throw a football in the NFL. Because the biggest thing holding Drake Maye back is his mechanics. And again, I'll reiterate, we've seen this time and time again from athletic quarterbacks that come to the NFL that don't actually know how to throw the football, that just survive on their pure athleticism. They die in the NFL. And Greg Bedard, to his credit, called this when they drafted him, but everybody got sucked into the hype because he is athletic, he can run, and he can provide some fun losses, including the 2 game-losing interceptions that he gave you. He said, Greg Bedard, on the Felger Maz program last week, that he went from his 11-win prediction this year to 8 based on their lack of depth.
Shit prediction to begin with, so he just came to reality.
He did come to reality. That's fair. He was a little high on him before that. And we toot have been dead on it from the fucking beginning because his biggest arrow pointing down was the fact that they have very little depth basically everywhere, which is what we said 7 months ago, 4 months
basically ago. Yeah, everything on paper looks great. You have great starters, but what happens when someone gets hurt? And we're seeing it now. You have no depth to bring anyone in.
The first thing we said after the draft was, where's your depth at your most important positions? They're not there. But most importantly, Raymond, the second thing Greg said was, your quarterback may not be ready and he may not be able to get it. And you are relying on hope that he can grasp Josh McDaniels' system by week 4 to be competitive, but realistically week 8 to be kind of in it. And at that point, it's too late. And hope is the most dangerous drug the human being can have. And if you're relying on that as your quarterback, you're fucked. So there you go.
I guess also real quick, Mike Vrabel starts off slow every year. He notoriously, the first 4 games of the season, he doesn't have a winning record. So that's also something to watch out for. If they have a incompetent quarterback going in there who's not ready, a line that's all rookies, and on the left side not being able to protect Drake Maye, you got wide receivers who we don't even know if Stephon Diggs is going to play. He tells the media no. Mike Vrabel says yes, he's going to play. No one knows if he's going to play week 1 or not. So yeah, you have all these unquestioned.
Why even play the fucking season? Just they mail it in now.
Oh no, give us a positives, Bobby. This is
Bobby. What's so positive about this?
We're 2 weeks away from the season starting. It's been all rainbows and fucking butterflies because the Jerod Mayo era was such a disaster on the cusps of the Bill Belichick end of an era, which was even worse of a disaster. So now Vrabel comes in and he's got pedigree. He's an ex-Patriot. You've got Drake Maye, who is an athletic quarterback, and things are looking up. They spent $330 million in cash this year. They bolstered the defense. You've got Steph Diggs, and on paper, it looks like, boom, next steps. Here we go. We're on the way. We got a shitty schedule. We got a bad division. We're next steps. We're ready to go. And then you just peel back the onion a little bit. You peel back the onion a little bit like Ray and I are doing, and it looks like fucking shit still. So tell us why that's not the case, please.
Nobody said there's some winning team, but they're on level footing with most of the league. If you look at the league, there's not a lot of great quarterbacks. Half of the league, I read a story on next year, they could probably turn over their quarterback. There's about 12 teams that feel really good. The rest of the NFL is just in the middle, just like they are. And we saw with the Gerard Mayo team, they had plenty of chances to win games if they didn't fuck it up. Okay. They fucked it up a lot more than anything else. So this year, the reason why there's some hope is this team so far in the preseason, they've been disciplined and they've been competitive, and they're clearly playing better than they played at this point last season. So if they're as a collective unit going to be able to get in there and win games talent-wise, they have better talent, but yeah, they don't have depth. And if they get injuries, they're fucked. But they're going to be a better team, and we're going to watch a better brand of football because they're going to be a more organized team.
That bar is very low.
I didn't set it high, but that's where we are. That is where this team is.
I don't disagree with you to say that we're going to get a better brand of football this year from last year and even the year prior with Belichick is accurate. However, in terms of the success of this team and what we're really talking about and what they can do, that is on Drake Maye. There's 100%. Not enough. There's not enough. That's a pretty easy general statement in the NFL. You know, your success is based on your quarterback, but a lot of that talk is based on the best teams in the league and what they can do for the Super Bowl. What we're talking about is making the playoffs, because the rest of this roster is not good enough to propel them forward. So you're relying on the big, massive question mark that is Drake Maye. And the reason why I'm continuing to make a big deal of this is because Patriot fans and Patriot media have not been asking this question. It's just getting started now. This question is just brewing, and this focus point is now just brewing because the Gerard Mayo year was such a disaster. Drake Maye skated. Didn't matter how good he was. Now it does. And if you're not a good, competent quarterback, your team's going to suck. And if you're going to throw in the overtime a 60-yard pass running to your right with no business throwing it and lose the game to Tennessee on an interception, when you're on the Patriots team that has a trajectory to the number 1 overall pick, no one gives a shit. If you do that and you lose an opportunity at competing for the playoffs, we're going to give a shit. And that's what we're talking about. And there's nobody in the world that can say they have the confidence that Drake Maye can accomplish that. He has not proven that at any form of football. The guy's played basically no fucking football in his life. He's 22 years old. He's had one good season at North Carolina. So tell me why you're so high on the Patriots and Drake Maye. Because he's big and fast? Come on.
It's just hope because, like you said, like we've been having terrible seasons here on since Bill Belichick after Tom Brady left, and then you had Gerard Mayo. You just had bad. So everyone's looking at the glass half full. Like, hopefully this guy is going to be able to settle things in and be the new guy, and we're going to have 10 years of Drake Maye. But when you look at it and you dissect it, it's not good enough. You're not going to win these games. You might not even be an over 500 team this year. It's going to be a work in progress. Maybe next year he picks it up, but right now he does not look like the guy.
Bobby, we went into this season, and Greg Bedard's the best case scenario because he's a negative, as you said, negative old prick. He said 11 wins because everybody assumed that you would get average quarterback play from Drake Maye. I'm just saying that that's not guaranteed. He may be.
No, I agree. I agree it isn't guaranteed. Totally agree.
He may be one. Jay Cutler's a really good example. Like just a guy. Now, Jay Cutler was kind of a fucking asshole. I think
he's a cunt.
Jay Cutler was a cunt. I think Drake Maye is not a cunt. I think he cares. And I don't think he
cares about football.
I don't think he's stupid. If you were to ask me which side of this he's going to land, I think Drake Maye is going to be good, not great, and this will work out to be okay. I'm just saying there's no evidence of that. And the only evidence that we do have of a guy in this mold is they generally don't succeed. An over athletic quarterback without a big pedigree in college doesn't have a great track record in the NFL. So pump the fucking brakes.
Would you say his ceiling could be Kirk Cousins?
No, because Kirk Cousins is
a terrible athlete.
Terrible.
I'm saying like quarterback wise, like not like running and scrambling and athleticism, but like that type of quarterback where he has flashes, but he's still a fucking idiot and makes dumbass plays down the stretch and will lose games.
He could be great because he has the tools. That's the thing. If he hits.
So I think the mental game is going to be a big point for this quarterback too. And not a lot of people talk about the Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins' mental game shriveled to the size of Ray's 8th grade wiener when it really mattered. On 4th and 18, he throws a 6-yard out. In his last performance as a Viking, on 4th and whatever it was 4th and double digits, he throws a 6-yard out. Like that sums up Kirk Cousins' career. Drake Maye's not that guy. No, Drake Maye's the guy on 4th and 3 throws a 43-yard fucking pass into triple coverage. Like what's the in between? Can you find the in between? Can you not be Jay Cutler? Can you beat Aaron Rodgers is too high because he's one of the greatest quarterbs of all time?
Literally.
But
and he's literally
he lost. He did not have that winning quotient as a leader. I think Drake Maye probably has that leadership thing based on everything that we're talked about.
Yeah, seems like people gravitate.
Well, it's all projections. He's had 1 year in the league under, to Bobby's point, a shitty head coach and a shitty organization, and now you've got Vrabel and McDaniels, and they're trying to mold this kid into what an NFL quarterback's supposed to be. I'm just saying, the only thing he showed me is he can lose a game. He's never showed me he can win a game. Not once. Fuck your 2-point conversion fucking play in Tennessee. That is ridiculous. That's stupid. Show me you can do a minute 12 down the field, touchdown, tie the game. He hasn't done that. He's lost the game twice in interceptions. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's a lot on Drake Maye. We're getting down to cut day. We're getting down to depth issues, as Greg Bedard mentioned. I just want to do 1, 2, 3, 4 position groups. Get your opinion on them. So, as mentioned, Greg Bedard talked about this team not being able to get to 11 wins. He took his prediction to 8 based on his number one thing he based on was depth or lack of depth. And the second one was Drake Maye. So we talked a lot about Drake Maye. So let's talk about these depth issues. You want to talk about concerns of depth issues? It starts at offensive line, in my opinion. Then you go to linebacker, in my opinion. Then safety, then cornerback. So that's 3 position groups on the defense. So
which everyone has at a high level right now is like the best top 5, top 10 defense in the NFL.
Another kind of like toot from us, like pump the brakes on this fucking defense. We'll get there. Can we start with offensive line?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So depth issue concerns, which we've chronicled, so we don't have to spend too much time on this, but let me just give you the depth chart as of now. So let's start here. I'm going to start on left tackle, and I'm going to start with Campbell. And I'm not going to say we were wrong, but I am going to tip a cap to Mr. Will Campbell. And I think inevitably everybody will end up liking Will Campbell. I don't think Will Campbell's ever going to be a guy that we're like, fuck him, get him out of town. I think Will Campbell is going to be a really good football player for probably a really long time in the league.
I don't think he's always going to be a left tackle, but he's probably going to be a really good offensive lineman.
He might not be a left tackle all the time. I think he's going to be a left tackle this year.
Yeah, he will this year.
And I think we're going to watch him play, and I think we're going to go, all right, he's not a number 4 overall pick, but we like this dude.
Yeah.
He's our guy. If you have something bad to say about Will Campbell, you don't get to say it. We get to say something bad about Will Campbell. Nobody else does. We get to.
Yeah, no one else can talk about fucking Bobby's mom except for us.
That's right. Will Campbell's going to be the guy that we get to shit on. Nobody else gets to shit on. That's going to be Will Campbell. So there you go. There's your left tackle. And we better hope so, because the guy behind him is Vidarian Lowe, and we all know what the fuck that looks like. So from there, you've got Jared Wilson at left guard, who is the darling of preseason. College, he played center. Now he's going to play left guard because you've got Garrett Bradbury and Ben Brown, who are swapping snaps. We're not too sure about Bradbury. Ray, you mentioned it earlier in the season or preseason that he might not be the guy, so you might be right on that. Ben Brown off the street might be the guy. Mike Nwinu solidified at right guard. Morgan Moses, we have not seen Morgan Moses, and when I think now we know that's obviously preordained.
Yeah. Veteran rest.
He's old. Veteran rest.
Fuck. Yep.
He knows what he's doing. He's going to get in there, and you better hope so. You better hope so. Because here's my number one takeaway, and you guys can take it from here. You've got Sidney So in this, Jack Conley, Layden Robinson, a lot of guys that are going to get cut. But Morgan Moses better be able to perform, and he better be able to give you that 86% show up rate, because beyond him is DeMontre Jacobs, which statistically was the worst tackle in the NFL last year. And beyond him was a guy named Marcus Jones, who doesn't even qualify.
Marcus Bryant.
Marcus Bryant. Sorry.
Rookie. Marcus
We'll
Bryant.
get there. We'll get there. So your tackle depth is poor, Bobby, is I guess what I'm saying.
Correct. Yep, this is the O-line was the number one reason that the team was so bad last year. And if those five starters play, I think they'll be an average offensive line. They'll be good. They'll be able to be competitive. If any of them goes down, the whole thing will break down. Maybe they could survive a guard injury, because that's probably the easiest one to replace. But if they lose a tackle, they're fucked.
Yeah, if Vidarian Lowe is thrust into action, the McDaniels is going to have a lot of work to do, and that's where the only positive aspect comes from this, Ray, is Josh McDaniels versus Alex Van Pelt. Josh McDaniels understands Vidarian Lowe cannot guard Max Crosby on the edge. Therefore, let's shift the tight end over and let's give him a running back chip, and let's throw a slant to Max Hollins coming from the right side because he's big. He understands football, where Alex Van Pelt just said, 11v11, let's go. They're going to scheme some shit up, and that's where your confidence should come from. It should not come from the roster. It should not come from the
McDaniels will get people open.
Yeah. And protect. And this is where McDaniels is not getting enough credit. And also, this is where your positivity should come from the offense, from the Patriots coaching staff. You've got Doug Marrone there coaching scheme and stuff on the offensive line. And there's a couple of other young guys that I don't know their names, but I've listened to some interviews for, and they've got experience in the NFL, and they're good. But Josh McDaniels, I understand his history, but he knows how to fucking call a play. He knows when a tackle can't handle a guy. He knows
his weak part. He knows his weak players, and he knows how to scheme around that.
We heard the news this past week that Alex Van Pelt was not in the ear of Drake Maye up into that 15-second mark in the NFL, whiwhich is fairly rare, but it can go either way. You can screw up a quarterback or not based on that communication. But you have Josh McDaniels in your helmet. You roll up to the line, 15 seconds, 10 seconds left. We got Max Crosby. Shift Henderson over to your right. Shift Henderson to your right. Max protects. Like, that's the shit that helps young quarterbacks. Max protect. Chip. Like, and then the quarterback relays that. And Josh McDaniels is one of the best offensive coordinators in the league at that. So that's the type of stuff that you should be able to see, and it's going to make your offensive line look a lot better than their personnel actually is. So
the other thing too, real quick, is Jared Wilson. That kid can play any fucking position on that offensive line.
Fucking love Jared Wilson.
I love Jared Wilson. So
get a jersey, bitch.
I might have to get a number 58. But that's the other thing. You know how you're talking about Will Campbell, tip the cap. Jared Wilson's going to be that guy at the end of the season where you tip the cap and he's just all over the place on that offensive line.
No one's going to give
a
a
right
fuck
guard.
about the left guard, Ray.
I'm saying he can go anywhere on that line, Bobby.
I disagree with you, Bobby. If Greg Bedard tells me that Jared Wilson is the reason that they're having success on offense, I will support the fund for the Wuhan jersey from Ray.
Thank you.
We'll
I think it's only $32. I don't know if the tariff's kicking yet, but yeah, $32.
Tariffs are in. When tariffs are in, it'll be $132. For now, it's $32.
Yep.
All right, let's just shift to a couple of these other positions when it comes to depth. I'm gonna depth concern. Offensive line is number one. Second for me is linebacker.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with Bobby on
They
this
have one linebacker of note.
Bobby.
So let me just give it to you, Ray. So Bobby has been big on Spillane. Bobby is the number
big
one
on Spillane.
You need to buy Bobby a Spillane jersey. So when we
I don't think they make them in men's small.
You can make them in men's small.
He has to wear Spillane. Beyond that, do you know who the second starting linebacker is for the New England Patriots?
Yep.
Christian fucking Ellis. Christian Ellis. I have multiple. I've been talking a lot this show, so I want to give you some talk about this. This is not about, for me right now, what we're about to talk, and Harold Landry is on this list as well as a starter. And I get that that's a pretty big name and he's older and he should have an impact. Beyond that, you're not going to like the names off of that. But the fact that fucking Christian Ellis, who they gave something like $4.75 million guaranteed dollars to, this goes to, if you want to tell me that Elliott Wolf is your lead guy on personnel, then that's an Elliott Wolf such situation, which is fucking bullshit. It's fake. So whoever Mike Vrabel told to go sign a goddamn linebacker to fill this position, that guy needs to be kicked in the fucking teeth because Christian Ellis is not the guy. Okay? And he's about to prove that to you time and time again. And he's backed up by Jelani Tavai, who Belichick made a guy because Belichick can make any linebacker a guy based on his offense, based on his defense, because he's sacrificing shit everywhere else. They're going to have a problem, Bobby. I'm going to let Bobby go first. Bobby's been saying this from the second. He loves Spillane, and you're 100%. The dude's a baller. He's exactly right. But if he goes down, Marte Mapu steps in, and Christian Ellis steps in. They're fucked.
Bobby loves Mapu.
Fucking screwed at linebacker, which may be outside of left cornerback the most important position on you go left cornerback, defensive end, some type of linebacker to stop whatever tight end or running back you need. You're in a top 3 position on the defense there. I like Spillane, but they have done nothing for that depth.
No, linebacker's been a problem for years. If he goes down, it'll look like the defense did last year when Bentley went down. They'll have no spine. They'll have no thump in the run game. They don't have a thick enough defensive line to hold it. Spillane is going to be the run defense. Watch it. I'm telling you, he is the run defense. Ellis, Gibbons, Chase on Landry, they're all basically edge defenders that are just going to scream off the edge. None of them play the run. That's what Tavai does, but he could not even make the team. He's a cut candidate, so I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Ray, let me throw this over to you just to combine that, touch on the linebackers too, but also at safety, which I've been screaming about for 5 years. Jabril Peppers beats the cocaine allegations. Good for him, I guess. Beyond that, you've got Epps, Del Pettis. Craig Woodson is the rookie that they want to start at free safety. Hawkins, they signed a couple years ago to replace McCourty. That never happened. Duggar is on the trade block, which you get to a second. And Brandon Schooler is praising Jesus on his chin every fucking game. Your depth concern here. Let me just give you the rest of the secondary. I told you about the secondary at cornerback.
Have you watched the game tapes, guy? Come on, they're
Christian
good.
Gonzalez has not played yet. I understand they're holding him back. You have a hamstring injury at 25. You're either a pussy or you don't fucking get yourself ready enough. So that's a problem for me, number one. But as a team, as a team, if you know your best cornerback is either a pussy or doesn't get himself ready enough, I get not playing him in the preseason. Like, you kind of need that guy. Let's baby him and then like slowly Vrabel him into football shape. So, okay, fine. Christian Gonzalez, he's not there. Carlton Davis, he's playing. Made a couple
play
plays.
10 games. Yeah, he'll play 10 games.
He'll play 10 games. From there, Marcus Jones is in the slot for every tight end to catch a fucking ball on his helmet for the rest of the season. DJ James made a couple interceptions against the fourth teamers in the league. And Alex Austin is there for every Hail Mary to be
great
thrown.
tape. He's got really good tape.
To be fucking, you've got bad depth at cornerback.
Yeah.
You got bad depth.
You got bad depth at secondary. That safety. I mean, I know you've been preaching all along. You've been preaching all along. If Peppers or Woodson go down, you're fucked. Epps and Hawkins, they're not going to do anything. Duggar's on the trade block. Brandon Schooler can go fuck off the goddamn Patriots roster. I can't stand him. But the biggest thing out of all of this that you're talking about on the defensive side is, do you think Terrell Williams is going to make the season? The guy keeps passing out on the sidelines. That's a bigger question. You might not even have a defensive coordinator going into the season or making it the full season because.
What are you suggesting, Ray?
It's diabetes. He might have diabetes teeth.
He might. You're right. There's not a lot being made out of the defense. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. There's not a lot being made out of a lot of things that could go bad for the Patriots.
Do you pass out a lot, Rich?
I have never passed out.
Oh, okay. So maybe he doesn't have diabetes teeth.
No. Yeah, those symptoms don't correlate. Let me give you some trade block options. So Jaylen Pulk,
he can't be traded because he's hurt. He's hurt.
Good for him. He just guaranteed his contract.
Smart.
Best thing he could have done for himself.
Guaranteed
that. Went to business school.
His career is over.
Jaylen Pulk was the second round pick,
number 37 overall.
He's second worst bust in Patriots history, right?
For wide receiver or just overall?
Overall. Ooh. I mean, they're both wide receivers. Number one is
N'Keal
Harry. N'Keal Harry is the number one bust of all time, for sure.
You think Cole Strange is making a play for that?
That's such a stupid fucking pick. It's almost like it doesn't count. But yeah, probably.
Well, there's another one on this list that's on the trade block that could be another bust.
Strange has played games at least and he's an NFL player.
Maybe, but yeah, he should not have been drafted. I mean, he should not have been drafted at that position. It's almost not his fault.
But at least he's an NFL player, whereas like the other two aren't.
Jaylen Pulk and N'Keal Harry are right there as the worst busts in Patriot draft history.
Did N'Keal Harry have the best hands in the NFL, though?
No, Jaylen Pulk said he had the best hands.
Okay. I was just making sure. I didn't know which one it was. Yeah.
We'll get back to that. The other guy on the trade block is Anthony Jennings, which I think is a good player. Maybe not the system. So we'll see how that all plays out. Cut day, what I want to talk about here before we get to the Red Sox, we got to move on pretty quickly. But the biggest question mark here for cut day is wide receiver. Are they going to carry 6 guys? Let me give you the names. Let me start with the number 1 rated wide receiver in the preseason. Per Pro Football Focus, Efton fucking Chissom. This guy makes the team. No doubt he's on it.
Just like the sun rises every morning, a white wide receiver will make a Patriots roster.
I like that. The way you're thinking about that. But also, this fucking kid's a football player.
Yeah.
And you put him in McDaniels' offense, which values the things that he can do. If Drake Maye understands it, this kid's going to be a fucking
5 yards at a time, baby.
This kid's 6. It's 6, Bobby. That's why they're so good. It's not 5.
Idiot.
It's 6. That's why they can get beyond the stripes every 2 plays. It's 6 to 7. Edelman was a 6 to 7 yard fucking receiver his entire career. Never caught a touchdown. 6 to 7 yards. First down. Gronk, touchdown. Bang. Super Bowl. That's the game. You fucking idiots. Nobody can cover somebody fast in 6 yards. In a 6 yard space, If the quarterback knows what you're going to do, you're going to go right or left based on what your shoulders do. You can't cover that shit. Watch Julian Edelman. Watch his entire game film. And watch Gronk. Nobody can cover that shit. I don't know if Efton Chisholm's that guy, but he looks like it.
He sure does.
He looks like it.
Small sample size we get. He looks like it.
Your other guys, obviously Stephon Diggs is going to be there. Demario Douglas. Can I just give you a little bit on the Demario Douglas? And I just gave you a little bit
like
of
him?
Chisholm. I wrote a blog about Demario Douglas here on Some of My Sports Show. You can go look at it. He's not going to be a thing. He will not be on the Patriots in 2027.
Why do you don't like him?
He doesn't have it, man. Just trust me on this.
Okay.
He does not have the Efton Chissom. Efton Chissom, you watch him run, and I get it's second unit things, but just watch him play. He understands the zone, where to stop, catch the ball, fucking fall down, get to keep going. Demario Douglas is fast and twitchy. Watch him play with Drake Maye last year. They're never on the fucking same page. Being on the same page between a quarterback and a wide receiver, I'm putting it on the wide receiver 9 times out of 10. And when you watch that against Drake Maye, and I'm specifically talking about the time that Drake Maye threw the interception and Demario Douglas kept running through the big zone, it's a double safety. It's Tampa 2. Sit down in the fucking zone, Pop, and catch the ball 30 yards down the field. He doesn't even turn his head. Go watch that play.
He just ran his route.
Demario Douglas runs routes, Bobby. He doesn't have the football thing. He doesn't have it. I'm telling you right now, prediction. Stephon Diggs will be 100 fucking he'll have 89 attempts to him this year. Stephon Diggs. I don't know if he'll be good. So there'll be 4 or 5 yard fucking drag routes.
I like how you changed that.
And Efton Chisholm will be your guy. Matt Collins will be your guy. Booty will be the deep guy. Demario Douglas will get buried. And that's my prediction. Demario Douglas is not going to be that guy. But he will make the team. Then you got Booty. You got Kyle Williams, who's a rookie who may emerge. I may be underestimating him. Kendrick Bourne, Bobby's guy.
He's going to get cut. He's going to get cut or traded.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to stop talking. Kendrick Bourne, Jaylen Pulk already hit the IR. Javon Baker. Are they going to keep 6 guys? Or are they going to keep 7 guys?
6.
Okay, give me them real quick. Go ahead, Bobby.
Diggs, Douglas, Hollins, Booty, Williams, Chisholm.
So Bourne's gone.
Bourne's gone. Fuck
What
Bourne.
do they do with him?
Trade him. Minnesota needs
They're
a
going to
wide
cut him.
receiver.
Nobody's going to trade for him. They're going to cut him.
7th, we're going to trade a 6th and a Kendrick Bourne for a 7th to Pittsburgh or Minnesota or San Francisco. That's what you're going to have to do. Get rid of that fucking contract.
There you go. We'll see. All right, that was a lot of Patriots talk, a lot of conjecture there, but
because it's almost time, baby. It's
right
almost fucking time. And apparently the Patriots knocked out Jackson Dart. So boom.
Nice.
We are recording this as the Patriots play the Giants in the preseason, and you know what I like, Bobby? I like this time of year because Ray's happy.
Well, for the first 4 weeks, I'll be happy because there'll be.
Hey,
hope.
we were happy as fuck last year in week 1.
Yeah,
he's so happy. If the Patriots win, if nothing else, if this gets to anybody on the Patriots, they'll understand that it'll make this man happy. The guy with the striped fucking arms from the elbow, like he's the Wicked Witch of the East.
Who has to go in at 2 a.m. now instead of 1:45?
Nah, I might actually call in tomorrow. I don't know yet.
He's got to go in.
now there's no impact.
I might have another beer. I might just keep drinking. I don't know.
Call in. I'm gonna call in.
That boy.
All right. Then there you go. All right. Let's throw the headlines with the obvious one.
Thank you there, Richard. And what might be the most epic embarrassment since I tried a juice cleanse? The Red Sox were swept by the Baltimore Orioles at Fenway Park. Bases loaded 3 times. They still can't get the job done. Their postseason hopes softening like my attempts at a hard weenie. At Foxborough, Vrabel's taking shots at Drake Maye like Rich takes shots at me for throwing up in the Uber ride at 1 p.m. because I'm a pussy. May is an idiot. His coach hates idiots. To nobody's surprise, I am Team May here. The Celtics are finally the Celtics sale finally went through. Bill Chisholm bought the team for $6.1 billion, turning Wyc Grousbeck into some weird alternate governor role. So he still shows rich people sex dinners or whatever they do. It's like I bought a treadmill, then gave it to my aunt while still calling it mine, and we're both still fat. I do not do sex dinners with my aunt. Chisholm says championships are the goal as he guts the roster, and I take dumps in the mud. In the nude, excuse me. Jason Tatum is rehabbing his Achilles, calling it tedious. Tedious is what I call reading, but unlike me, he's actually making progress. I'm Dr. McBack. Stay salty, keep it thick. Back to you there, Richard.